Alright, so in my last little rant, I was talking about Gajeel. So now I want to talk about Cobra. Like, Hiro Mashima literally just fumbled the bag with this man. Like, there's so many things he could have done with Cobra, but he just wasted him. Even in the 100 quest, I heard he got stomped, same as Gajeel. Like, literally, you just cannot make this up. Apparently, the Dragon Slayers get stomped in the 100 quest, a quest about taking down dragons. Yet, Gray, Lucy, and Urza are somehow on the 100 quest. and I'm supposed to believe that they could win? Yeah, right. Anyways, now talk about Cobra. Yeah, he's just broken. I stated this before. Like, I've stated this before, he's broken. Like, if he even touches you, you're done. You breathe in his poison, you're done. Like, we even saw what his Poison Dragons were. Like, it was literally just a waiting game. Like, against Natsu and Happy, it was literally just a waiting game. So, imagine what would happen if this man actually had Dragon Force, which technically he does. And I know some people do not want to hear that. Because if we go off the end canon universe explanation on how Sting and Rogue have Dragon Force, they got it because of their lacrimos. So there's literally no reason to think that Laxus and Cobra wouldn't have Dragon Force as well. Also, the FairyTail video game on PS4, when you use Laxus transformation, it literally says Dragon Force. So one could imply that Cobra also used Dragon Force during the Arashio Sace arc, but Brain slash Master Zero just never knew about it, hence he didn't comment on it. And again, it's not like Cobra's Dragon Slayer magic is supposed to be like this all powerful destructive force. No. It's literally just supposed to be like a one hit thing. You get hit by it or you inhale it, you're done. It's literally one of the most broken Dragon Slayer abilities out there. It's poison Dragon Slayer magic. Literally. If you, well, I'm not gonna keep repeating myself, but like if he touches you, you're done. You breathe it in, you're done. Which is why that one dragon that didn't have a nose wasn't affected, because he didn't have nostrils. He just pointed that out. So Cobra had no effect on him. But any other dragon, they're done. So this is basically going to be discussing how to make Cobra stronger. Because before, I talked about how to make Gajeel stronger. I literally went on a whole rant. But now for Cobra, because again, besides Gajeel and Rogue, he's the most slept Dragon Slayer. Like, Hiro Mashima literally just sleeps on this guy. Like, he doesn't even use him for majority of FairyTail. Like, again, he's one of the main Dragon Slayers that almost killed Natsu in a 1v1. Besides Laxus. And possibly Gajeel. So now, before I talked about Gajeel, now I'm talking about Rogue. I mean, not Rogue. Cobra. Erik. So now, how I would improve Cobra first, I'll give him like a large attack. For instance, all the Dragon Slayers, they all have these like massive moves. They all have like keywords to it that you're going to recognize. Like for instance, Natsu, he has Crimson Lotus, but in English he says Flame Lotus. Gajeel, Karmic Demon. Laxus, Raging or Roaring, is basically akin to lightning going in random directions in the sky. Wendy, Shattered Light. We saw that during the Great Magic Games when she finally unlocked her Dragon Slaying secret art, Skydrill. Well, Shattering Light, Skydrill. Sting, Holy. Because, again, you'll notice this. Like, whenever they get serious and they do, like, a more serious, large scale AoE attack, area of effect attack, they always say their keywords. Natsu. Fire Dragons, Crimson Lotus, Sphinx, Fire Fist. He did it against Gajeel in the Phantom Lord arc, in response to Gajeel doing his sub-variant attack of Iron Dragon Spear. He did Iron Dragon Spear Demon Logs, which again has the word demon in it. And then we get to like the Dragon Slaying Secret Arts, Natsu, Dragon Slaying Secret Art, Crimson Lotus Exploding Flame Cannon, Gajeel, Dragon Slaying Secret Art, Carving Demon Iron Spiral. And then their second one is basically just their sword moves, but on a much larger scale. I said that before. Natsu, he has. Alright, now the second one for Natsu, I literally just have to remember the name. He did during the Arashio Sace arc and during the Tartarus arc. Alright, the first time he did it was against Master Zero in the Racial Sace arc, and then the second time was in the Tartarus arc against Gear, when he's basically setting up that combo attack with Devil Slaying Gray. Alright, so the name for it again. What is it? He's a Dragon Slayer Secret Art, Crimson Lotus, Phoenix Fireblade, or Phoenix Fire Sword. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure that's what he said. And he only uses it in Dragon Force. He only uses that attack in Dragon Force. That's the only time we ever see him use his second Dragon Slayer Secret Art. But for Gajeel, he did both his in base. And Gajeel's second Dragon Slayer Secret Art is Dragon Slayer Secret Art, Karmic Demon Iron God Sword. And he covered from one end of Tenro Island to the other. So again, that's a low level island feat for base Gajeel pre-time skip. And he wasn't even at full power. So now, also by the way, both Natsu and Gajeel, they have two Dragon Slayer Secret Arts, one that spirals like a drill, and the other, again, is just their sword moves, but on a much larger scale for the Dragon Slayer Secret Art. Natsu, Fire Dragon Sword Horn, but on a much larger scale for Dragon Slayer Secret Art, and Gajeel, Iron Dragon Sword, or Steel Dragon Sword, depending if he upgrades it to Steel Dragon Slayer magic, as we know he can do in canon. Oh my god, that voice cracked. But anyways, enough about them. Let's talk about Cobra and talk about what big moves I would give him and what more serious AoE moves I would give to him. So, me personally, I do believe Cobra has Dragon Force, same thing as Laxus, because the FairyTail video game, they call Laxus Dragon Skills Dragon Force. And again, the in-canon explanation to why Sting and Rogue are 3rd generation Dragon Slayers and why they have Dragon Force is because of their Dragon Lacrimos that they have implanted in them, so they can access Dragon Force at will. So there's literally no reason to think that Laxus and Cobra couldn't do the same. Like, there's literally just no reason to think so, that they couldn't. Like, they both have Dragon Lacrimos, but Laxus ripped his out, apparently, in a bunch of your quests. I haven't read it, so, yeah. But Cobra, I'm pretty sure he still has his. So anyways, with that out of the way, there's literally just no reason to think that Cobra or Laxus just doesn't have Dragon Force. In the FairyTail video game, they already titled Laxus as Dragon Force when he has the skills, if you were to transform with him. So now, for Cobra, first thing I would do, if most people just don't accept that he has Dragon Force, I'll give him Dragon Force, obviously. Second, what I'll do, now we're going to be talking about his big moves. So similar to how like Sting, he could upgrade his roar from like White Dragon's roar to like White Dragon's Holy Breath, which just makes absolutely no sense. Cause like, what does a White Dragon breathe out? Holiness? Like, are we gonna feel holy after it? After they breathe near us? Like, it's not even an element; it's a concept. Like light is not an element. Shadow and light is not an element. They're concepts. But anyways, yeah, like I said before, I can let those slide because at least we can understand them. But for Cobra, it's like it's literally poison gas. So it would make more sense that Cobra has like a poison dragon's toxic breath or toxic fumes breath, because again, it's poison gas. It's actually affecting you if you're in the general vicinity of it. So for Cobra, I would give him an upgraded version of his roar, of his Poison Dragon's roar. I would give him Poison Dragon's Toxic Breath. And by the way, Toxic, I'm going to be using that as his keyword. So Mental Natsu has Crimson Lotus, Gajeel has Karmic Demon, Sting has Holy. Yeah, I'm going to be using Toxic as Cobra's keyword for like all his like more serious moves. So moving forward, you're just going to be hearing Toxic inside the names. So now for Cobra's like upgrade roar in Dragon Force, Poison Dragon's Toxic Breath, because it actually makes more sense than Sting's White Dragon's Holy Breath. Like what is that? What is that? anyways, Poison Dragon's Toxic Breath makes 100% way more sense than Sting's. I will stand by that to my grave. Anyways, moving on to the next move, I would say now for this one, I'm gonna say it's sort of like Natsu's Fire Dragon's Brilliant Flame, because they all have like these long range projectile attacks, and yes, I know Cobra has Poison Dragon skills. Like, at least call them toxic skills. Like you're poisoning them. Anyways, So for Cobra, I'm gonna give him like sort of like an equivalent to Natsu's Fire Dragon's Brilliant Flame. I'm gonna be giving him Poison Dragon's Toxic Cloud, where he basically just like gathers up this large, dense amount of poison in both hands, or even just one, and then just tosses it into the air, and then it just like explodes into this gigantic cloud. You guys are basically gonna get like an idea of what I mean. Like I'm gonna put some gameplay footage on the screen. And yes, it is from Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2. Let me find a dragon opponent. Well, I don't even have a dragon opponent on this character's account. I'm surprised. I didn't wish for Shenron in them. Alright. Well, I'm pretty sure I have a dragon opponent. Well, one of the Shenrons on my other character. Hold on. Alright. Alright. Now I'm back. Alright. Choose this, and I'm pretty sure I have a Shenron's on this one. Yep. Got Omega Shenron, Nova Shenron, and Ice Shenron. Alright.
Let us fight.
Let's choose Nova. Alright. So I'm gonna be using this as an example to basically like, give you guys like a field test vision of like what I'm talking about. About like Cobra's Poison Dragon's Toxic Cloud. And he's also gonna have a sub-variant attack to it, similar to how Gajeel has a sub-variant attack to his Iron Dragon Spear. He has Iron Dragon Spear Demon Logs. So for Cobra, you already know. He has Poison Dragon's Roar, Poison Dragon's Quick Thrust Fang. And yes, I'm using Android Kick as like an explanation for that, because it literally looks just like it. And then he has Poison Dragon's Spiraling Jaw, which literally looks just like Sneaky Strike from Xenoverse 2, or from Dragon Ball Z. Well, actually no, I'm pretty sure that's from Few, so I'm pretty sure that's probably Dragon Ball Superheroes. But yeah, Poison Dragon's Jaw looks just like Sneaky Strike. And now, what I was saying earlier about Poison Dragon's Toxic Cloud, this is what it would basically look like. And by the way, Poison Dragon's Iron Fist, if you guys just didn't see that, hold on. Let me get a close-up angle from here. Watch this. You see how my character has like the red aura going around his hand? Bro, Hiro Mashima, he literally did not give us a Poison Dragon Fist attack in the main original series. By the way, again, I have not caught up on the 1-year quest. The only part I got to is when the members of FairyTail were mind controlled, and then they got rid of the mind control. Gajeel, he fought Alderon with Natsu, and then that was as far as I went. That was years ago. But anyways, back to what I was saying. Hiro Mashima did not give us a Poison Dragon Slayer's Fist attack. Like Natsu, he has Iron Fist of the Fire Dragon. Gajeel, Iron Dragon's Pole / Club. Laxus, Iron Fist of the Lightning Dragon. And he also has Lightning Dragon's Demolition Fist, which I know is anime only, but it's still way better. And it's the first one we see if we go off the anime. Actually, yeah, if we go off the anime, even if we don't go off the anime, then it's still the first fist attack we see from Laxus, because we don't see his actual fist attack until like what, the Tartarus arc. Anyways, moving on. Sting, he has something White Dragon's Holy Judgment. Basically his version of Natsu's something Crimson Lotus Phoenix Fire Fist, where he like punches him multiple times with his aura on his hands. And according to the manga, he also has Iron Fist of the White Dragon, but whatever. Moving on. So, Cobra, he never got a fist attack. He got an unnamed fist attack during the Acnologia fight in the final battle of the original series. Because, if you guys remember, Cobra, Laxus, and Natsu, they're about to do a synchronized fist attack, like a 3-way deadlock fist attack against Acnologia. but oh my god, I stutter. But before they can even like launch it against Acnologia, of course, he really just blasted all three of them away. Like we didn't even get to hear what Cobra's was. But obviously, we probably already know what Natsu and Laxus were gonna say. Natsu's probably gonna say Iron Fist of the Fire Dragon. Laxus probably gonna say Iron Fist of the Lightning Dragon, or Lightning Dragon's Breakdown Fist, or Lightning Dragon's Demolition Fist. But for Cobra, we didn't even get to hear it. Like we didn't even get to hear it. We didn't even get to hear the name. Like Hiromasu, at least let us hear what the name is of the attack. But like once again, he is sidelining Cobra. Anyways, basically back to what I was saying. If you guys see what my character is doing, like that red aura going around his hand as he was punching, I'm gonna do it one more time. All right, let's do it right here. So look, boom, that red aura going on his fist. Basically, imagine that as like Poison Dragon's toxic fist. Like, just imagine that for Cobra. That would be good. Now, for the toxic cloud, this part is coming up. Watch this. He basically gathers up all this poison in his hand, either in two hands, similar to Natsu, when he says, when the flames in my right hand, the flames in my left hand, put them together, and you get Fire Dragon's Brilliant Flame. It's basically, it can either be that, or he simply just gathers up a lot of poison in just one hand, and then he just chucks at his enemies. Look at this. Like, bro, that's what I imagine that Cobra could do. Look at this. Poison Dragon's Iron Fist, well, Toxic Fist into Poison Dragon's Toxic Cloud. Look at that. Like, that's what I imagine for Cobra. Like, that's what I imagine he could do. Now, for a sub-variant attack of that, it would be Poison Dragon's Toxic Rain or Toxic Fumes. I'm leaning more towards Toxic Rain, because again, Acid Rain in real life. Well, I don't even know if that's real. I just heard it before, multiple times. But for Cobra, this will basically be like a sub-variant attack of Poison Dragon's Toxic Cloud. It basically, after the cloud is thrown up into the air, then basically all these like poison droplets just drip off from it. It basically just falls straight down onto his opponents. Oh my god, I cannot speak. Hold on. Let me get a couple words real quick. Alright, so that's what I was saying. Basically, after Poison Dragon's Toxic Cloud, basically all these little tiny fumes just drop off from the cloud, and it's basically just like rain falling down on his opponents. That would basically be like his sub-variant attack of Poison Dragon's Toxic Cloud. Similar to how Gajeel has his sub-variant attack to Iron Dragon Spear. He has Iron Dragon Spear, Demon Logs. And again, the key word, Demon for Gajeel. And for Cobra, Toxic. So his sub-variant attack of Poison Dragon's Toxic Cloud will be Poison Dragon. Actually, no, I'm just gonna call it Poison Dragon's Cloud, and then the sub-variant attack is gonna be Poison Dragon's Cloud, Toxic Rain, right there. Boom, literally, easily give him another spell right there. And now for Cobra's Dragon Slaying Secret Art, honestly, I would call it Dragon Slaying Secret Art Toxic Zone, because again, I think the Dragon Slaying Secret Art is that they're literally bringing out what's inside of them. Because Natsu, he always says, I'm fired up, I'm getting fired up. And we know that flames, like when they spiral, they actually spiral when they rise up, flames. So it makes sense that Natsu says Crimson Lotus, because again, it's shaped like a lotus because it's spiraling. And again, he always says that he has a fire in his belly and that he's getting fired up. So, and I think that also corresponds to his second Dragon Slaying Secret Art, Hidden Fire Form, Crimson Lotus, Hidden Fire Form, Phoenix Fireblade. Oh my god, I cannot remember the name, bro. Like, that's the one Dragon Slaying Secret Art I just cannot remember the name for. But I'm pretty sure it's called Dragon Slaying Secret Art, Hidden Fire Form. Actually, no, Dragon Slaying Secret Art, Crimson Lotus, Hidden Fire Form, Phoenix Fire. Oh my god. Phoenix Fireblade. Oh god. Dragon Slaying Secret Art, Crimson Lotus. Dragon Slaying Secret Art, Hidden Fire Form, Crimson Lotus, Phoenix Fireblade. I know the Crimson Lotus is probably before the Hidden Fire Form, but whatever. We're moving on. So for Cobra's Dragon Slaying Secret Art, I'll call it Dragon Slaying Secret Art Toxic Zone. Because again, it's literally representing what's literally inside of them. Because again, Gajeel, he stated multiple times that his insides are literally made of metal. We see this in one of the FairyTail movies. I'm pretty sure he also mentioned it in one of the original FairyTail OVAs. Natsu, again, he's always saying that he has fire inside his stomach, which obviously we know they eat their elements. We literally see this for Natsu and Gajeel multiple times, and we know this for all the other Dragon Slayers as well. Well, besides Rogue, because again, Hiro Mashima sidelines him. Anyways, so for Rogue, I think it would just be like this big, dense, like area of effect cloud of poison. So he basically, just like Laxus and Sting for their Dragon Slaying secret arts, Holy Nova and I'm thinking Roaring Thunder, which is a stupid name by the way. It should be Roaring Lightning or Raging Lightning, because again, thunder is only the sound of lightning. It's not actual electricity, but whatever. I just hate whenever people translate Lax's magic to Thunder Dragon instead of Lightning Dragon. Stop calling it Thunder Dragon. Like, it doesn't even sound right. Like, let's be real. Lightning Dragon sounds way cooler than Thunder Dragon, and Thunder Dragon doesn't even make sense. Like, thunder is only the sound. Alright, back to what I was saying. And yes, I did just take a cut because I had to go do something real quick. I had to go grab some food. Anyways, back to what I was saying. Like, Thunder Dragon just doesn't even sound right, and plus, it doesn't even make sense because thunder is only the sound of lightning, so it doesn't even make sense to call it a Thunder Dragon. And also, why does Laxus have a Lightning Dragon's Heavenward Halberd? Why does he have a weapon in Dragon Slaying Secret Art? Like, Dragon Slaying magic, like, is literally explained that you take on the physiology of a dragon, of your respective dragon. For instance, Natsu, a fire dragon, Gajeel, an iron dragon and a steel dragon, because again, we know he can evolve into a steel dragon, well, steel dragon slaying magic, because he even states Metallicon is a steel dragon. Wendy, a sky dragon. We literally see in her dragon force, she grows little tiny wings. Stinger Rogue, a white dragon, which is basically just a light dragon, because it's holy light, and a shadow dragon. We literally see their dragon force. Their skills are not physical, it's more like tattoos, unlike Natsu Gajeel's and I'm thinking Wendy and Laxus. And if you want to say by extension Cobra, sure. But again, I don't think most people would agree. But me, I do agree, because again, as I explained in Xenoverse, that the Dragon Lacrimas is what allows Sting and Rogue to have Dragon Force. And the FairyTail video game on PS4 literally just describes Lax's transformation with the scales as Dragon Force. So, if you still have a problem with it, take it up with Mashima. He supervised the video game, and it's literally just explained in canon that Sting and Rogue have Dragon Force because of the Dragon Lacrimas. Take it up with Mashima. Leave me alone. Alright. No. Yes, I do believe Cobra has Dragon Force. I believe that's what he was showing during the Arashia Sace arc, similar to Laxus during the Fantasia arc. Well, Battle for FairyTail arc, I should say. But anyways. So, moving back, why does Laxus have a weapon? And it would make more sense that Orga, the lightning god slayer that Hiro Mashima also sidelined, should have a weapon. Like a Heavenward Halberd. Like, seriously, come on now. It's literally in the name. Heavenward Halberd. Shooting up towards the sky. The guy is literally a lightning god slayer. He should be the one with the weapon. And once again, I mentioned this before. Here, one of the very first gods in the FairyTail universe that is mentioned is the lightning god himself. Laxus literally mentions this. He says Cardia Cathedral is built to worship the lightning god. And then a few arcs later, we get to Grand Magic Games. Oh, would you look at that? We have a lightning god slayer, Orgo. What happens? He gets hyped up to fight Laxus. It never happens. He gets one shot by Jura, and then just does nothing else the entire series. Again, for the 100 quest, I have not caught up, so please do not get on me about that. Anyways, in the original series, he does absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. We only see, like, what, 2 different cannon attacks from him? And yes, they're both cannons. I think he said lightning gods, 1.5 millimeter charge cannon. Like, I cannot remember the names of those. Like they're literally just the same thing, but with different. Oh my god, I cannot speak. But with different distances. They're really just the same attack, but with different distances. Like, seriously, why does he get the Heavenward Hellbird instead of Laxus? It makes more sense that he has it. And again, Zancro. This man literally has a whole scythe that he did on Temporal Island. So you mean to tell me that Orga could have as his melee weapon a Heavenward Hellbird that he could just like chuck at people and just resummon? Anyways, again, it makes no sense. The only two Dragon Slayers that I am perfectly fine with having weapons as a part of their attacks is Gajeel, because he's an Iron slash Steel Dragon. It makes sense because if you want to say that Metallicana, if he like balls up his fist and it looks like a pole, then sure, you can go ahead and say that. And if you want to say that, oh, he doesn't have talons, but instead, like, if he puts his fingers next to each other, then it looks like a sword, then again, sure, you could go ahead and say that. So it even makes sense why Gajeel has actual weapons in his Dragon Slaying magic. Now for Rogue, obviously, he's a shadow. Shadows can literally take any shape and form. So, again, I have no problem with that. That he has that future Rogue literally just summoned a whole entire sword just to kill future Lucy. So good. I have absolutely no problem with Gajeel and Rogue having weapons in the Dragon Slaying magic. They're the only two that I do not have a problem with having weapons. Laxus, like, what is that? Why does he have a trident? Like, is he Aquaman now? Anyways, moving on. Back to Cobra. So, for Cobra. So, we did his Poison Dragon's Cloud. We did Poison Dragon's Cloud Toxic Rain. We did his Dragon Slaying Secret Art Toxic Zone. Which again is going to be similar to Laxus Dragon Slaying Secret Art and Sting's Dragon Slaying Secret Arcana. Roaring Thunder, which again, I hate the name. It should be Roaring Lightning or Raging Lightning. Leave it at that. Or Sting, Holy Nova. Because again, both of them, they basically charge up majority or all of their magic into like one hand. And then they dash at their opponent at like fast speed. Again, makes sense because they're elements. Light and Lightning. And then they basically have to like punch their opponent and then release all that magic inside their fist to basically connect. So for Cobra, I'm going to be doing something, let's see. Because we could make him like Natsu Gajeel Wendy, where he does like a spiraling attack, like a drill. Or we can make him do like an attack like I'm thinking Sting and Lexus, where he has to charge up in one hand and then dash at his opponent and punch them, release all that energy in like a gigantic like AoE effect attack. Let's see. Or we could give him a sword attack, like Natsu and Gajeel. Alright, so for Cobra, let's see. I already got the name down. Poison Dragon Toxic Zone. It's gonna be this large scale area of effect, poison just going everywhere after he's done. But how's he gonna pull it off is the real question. Honestly, if we're going off the Dragon Slayers with Lacrimas, like Sting and Laxus, their Dragon Slayer Secret Arts, or Sting, Dragon Slayer Secret Art Karno, if you have that one subtitle translation, then I think Cobra should also have one where he basically has to charge up one of his hands and then dash at his opponent. And for him, it's gonna be a little bit different because again, his element is poison. It's not like he has lightning speed or he's at the speed of light. Because again, Sting and Laxus, it makes sense that they could close the distance very quickly. Because again, light and lightning, very fast. So for Cobra, I think what should happen is he charges up one of his fists and then he dashes in, right? But this time, he can actually hear his opponents and what they're thinking for a counter attack. So then he basically just falls into it on purpose and then just dodges it right after and then just hits them immediately with the Dragon Slaying Secret Orb thing, Toxic Zone. It basically is going to release a gigantic poison blast radius, similar to Laxus, Roaring Thunder, and Sting's Holy Nova. Boom, right there. His Dragon Slaying Secret Orb. Now, I'm thinking, is there anything else that I should add for Cobra? Because I want to talk about Rogue. Because again, like Hiro Mashima should have sidelined this man. Like, yeah. I want to talk about Rogue, but I already talked a little bit about him and about, well, I was talking about Gajeel. So I'll just leave it at Cobra for now.